How
Hello.
many people here know the word that we use to describe someone who can speak 2 languages?
Bilingual.
Bilingual, that's perfect. See if I can get our technology working. I can't. Okay, well, how many people know the word that you use to describe someone who speaks 3 or more languages?
Multilingual.
Multilingual.
Oh, those are all good words, but not the word that I'm looking for. The word that I'm looking for is a little different. It's a fancy new English word that you can learn. It's called a polyglot. Wow, this is a fancy new word for you today. But I have another question, the most important one. What do you call someone who only speaks 1 language?
Unilingual.
An American. This is a very common joke that I heard when I was growing up, because Americans usually don't speak other languages. Like Carl. I decided I didn't want to be that way. So I went to school, I studied language, I went and lived in foreign countries, and I wanted to learn, how do other people think? The first country that I lived in was Japan, and my favorite story about how Japanese people think was when I went on a trip to Mount Fuji. It was me and an American man, a friend of mine, and 2 Japanese girls. And we drove to the mountain, and we got there the night before, and when we checked into the hotel, the Japanese lady behind the desk said, "Door is unlocked. Please go upstairs and enjoy. Thank you very much." Okay, that was clear. But we wanted to have a beer first downstairs, so we told the ladies, "You guys go ahead, just wait for us upstairs." They said, "I understand, wait for you." And they went upstairs. After about an hour of drinking our beer, we decided to go upstairs, and I saw in the hallway, "What are you doing on the floor?" "Door is locked." "Really? That's strange. The lady said it should be unlocked. Why didn't you come get me?" "You said to wait for you." "Okay, but you tried to open the door, right?" "Yes, sir. Push door, no open." "Okay, but after you pushed the door and it didn't open, you tried to pull it, right?" I said, "Oh, foreigner, you don't understand. In Japan, door push open, no pull it." Okay, I'm a foreigner. I tried the door, and when I pulled it, guys, it opened. And the first thing I thought is, wow, Japanese people are stupid. But the second thing that I thought, after several years, was that it was actually pretty sweet of her. She was nice enough to try and do what I wanted. She remembered that I asked her to wait, and she was willing to sit on the floor for an hour to wait for me. That's pretty amazing to me. Also a little bit stupid. The next place I'd like to talk about, I went on business so many times. It's Australia. Now, the first time I went to Australia, I was very young, so this was a long time ago, in 1998. And when I went there in 1998, I remember I arrived at Sydney Airport, and I walked to the immigrations officer, and he said, "G'day, mate. Welcome to Australia. What brings you here?" I said, "I'm here for business." He said, "Oh, crikey, that's great. And how long are you planning on staying?" 7 days, thanks." He said, Great. Just one more question for you then. Have you committed any crimes in the past?" And I said, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was a requirement still to come to Australia." One thing that I did realize very quickly is that Australians wanted to facilitate me having a good time in their country. But they really helped me learn their language, because although they spoke English, it wasn't my kind of English. It was Australian. So I did try to learn a few words of Australian I'd like to share with you. The first one is not displaying on the screen. Grasshopper. And yeah, I wish I could show you this, but it doesn't work. So we're going to skip it. At the end, what I really liked about the Australians is they wanted me to have a good time. But another country that I went to much more recently is a country that I think is very special to one of our members here today. Just last November, I went to India. Has anyone besides Sarab been to India? Yeah? My advice, bring a sandwich. The food in India can be very dangerous. But what I really liked about India, to me, was that it's a country with an amazing history. Everything there is so old and has a story behind it. Even the hotel that I went to the very first night was over 300 years old. And I thought about that as I was lying in bed, thinking 300 years. That's a lot of people who died in this country. I'm a little bit worried. There might be ghosts. Because I'm like a little girl. I get very scared. And I'm thinking all these ghosts are coming, and I'm getting more and more scared until I realize if a ghost came out, it would be Indian. And he would say, "Ooh, hello there. I'm haunting you. Whoa." And how can you be scared of someone who talks like that? But really, another thing I really enjoy about India is the food. It is delicious. I love curry. And I met a guy there in India named Tarun. And he lived in New Delhi. And he told me, "Don't worry, Michael. I will take you to the very best Indian restaurant. The very best Indian curry." And he did. Tarun, I have to thank him. That food was delicious. It was amazing. It was so good it made me want to sit down on the toilet for 7 days. 7 days, all day, all night, pooping and throwing up, and through it all, out the door, I heard a voice. "Oh my goodness gracious, so much poop. Are you okay there?" But it was Tarun. He stayed with me the whole time. What a great heart he had to take care of me. This is what I've learned in every country, is that so many people are interested in facilitating my travels, making sure I have fun. And though you may hear it from a different voice, it may be, "Push tua, no puru," or "Crikey, mate, sit down, have a crowny." Or it might be, "Oh my goodness gracious, so much poop." But it's all from the same good heart. Thank you.